Hey Rajesh, welcome to the Your Salesforce Journey podcast. So just to introduce everybody, Rajesh is the founder and CEO at BICS Global. I have known him from almost a couple of years now. We have also worked together quite a bit. So welcome to the podcast, Rajesh. It is great to have you here.
It's a pleasure, Sanjeet. Likewise, we have been working on part of our journey. So looking forward to speak with you on this podcast, man.
Thanks, Rajesh. So just to start with, right, how was your childhood like, and how did you start? How did you enter the tech world, and then how did BICS happen? I know it's a
See,
long ride.
childhood is as usual. It's like childhood is always like a cranky panky, like all the childhood mischievous things. And the evolution of entrepreneurship started then after my finishing my master's MSIT in Anna University. So I was able to focus much to do something for the people at the time, since I was born in '84, and that evolution of 90s started with the initial burning of IT PIGGEN. So from my +2, I was journeying that old day of Fox Pro and C was my DOS was the first operating system I learned about the computer. So that created me. I was having some thought of impression to talk about internet generation at that time. Where during my colleges, we used to surf on the internet basically to understand college funds and things that happened on the time. So what was happened is I and my brother started an initial journey of setting up a unit in India with US initiative. So it is went with me with a practical experience of initiating everything with the 2 to 3 member team. So working along with them at the time, the fastest internet was 256 kbps.
Oh.
So it's a dial-up connection, and BSNL is the only mode of internet. So you know how fast it will be there, and traditional ASP coding and all have to written in Notepad. So there was no any tools or idea, and Java Teams has to be there, and you have to always remember this thing. And then the evolution of JDBC, ODBC driver, Java becoming more advantageous for everyone to build an application, and mainframe came into the picture. So we started evolving somewhat the projects. At the time, I had only one purpose in my life is uh, to make sure that I can able to help some families to grow size in their society is only way through jobs. So how to through do jobs is to create an environment for them where every people can able to come. So we started the company only for the people for the capital growth only for the urban areas. My preference was only for urban areas, particularly in the coastal Andhra Pradesh and border of Tamil Nadu. So where the predominant education system was farmers and agriculture. So for them, an opportunity, even small opportunity, is a big boom for them. So I was when we started this BICS on 2014 and before 2009, we started this evolution, and we initiated to migrated as a self-standard company from that from Thilesoft to BICS from 2014, which is almost a decade now. Initially, we went for this small town nearby Chennai. It's called Atmakur. At that time, it was only I can see their parents standing for a job. Now I am seeing the same after 10 years. Every family is now having every car and everything as luxurious in the city. And now having this internet geek world, everybody is giving them an opportunity to grow. So my vision is to create a platform for them to develop socially, economically stable, where everybody enjoys the benefits as well as the metropolitan cities has been there. So the only way to create that is we have everything called job creation. So that is my vision. So with God's grace, with always with my associates' help, we are continuing towards the vision, Sanjit.
Yeah, no, I think we have spoken regarding this a lot, regarding our vision and all. But no, great motivation, to keep the work on. And I see, probably BICS is also into other spaces apart from Salesforce, since we are Salesforce heavy. But I think you're also into generative AI, and then SAP we were talking about last week. So what are
Yeah.
your thoughts in terms of technology landscape? Where is it heading towards? There's a lot of buzz, right?
No,
Around.
basically, I would focus much in terms of three words. One is B2B initiatives, and then B2C initiative and D2C initiatives. So, what is B2B, particularly on my specialized domain of what we have in consumer healthcare and medical devices? Anything related with HCP and non-HCP journeys is called what we focus on this. So, we want to focus on four core verticals underneath this B2B. One is enterprise consulting services, as you know, Salesforce and Salesforce Marketing Cloud. And we do SAP and Adobe Campaign tool management too for the people. And that is for enterprise consulting. And then what we do is digital automation, particularly regarding CMS space and then commerce. And commerce space is what we predominantly doing along,
For D2C, right? Commerce for D2C.
Yeah. D2C is for direct to consumer. We do commerce, particularly evolving around three buckets there. Enterprise, we do for Magento Enterprise Edition. Second thing is big commerce. And third thing is we have the connected commerce called as open commerce, commerce tools, which is a PAA system, which we predominantly use it for according to the newer technology. The third space, what we do particularly is automation. That's we call it a smart technology. We have three A's under that. One is analytics, which talks about predictive, prescriptive, and descriptive analytics, which is purely related with machine learning as a subset of it, which is enhanced to hyper intelligence in my future solution. And we do big data and Adobe on that particular analytics world, then followed by automation. Automation, we do everything on RPA using UI path. And then we do full stack development. That is all headless architecture connected with front-end JavaScript and with the middleware heavy node like Node Python. And then as a backend, we connected with AWS or Azure or Google Space, anything like that. And then we predominantly focus on futuristic solutions such as hyperintelligence and blockchain and quantum computing in our pipeline, along with cybersecurity as one of our unique skill set. So in a nutshell, we are one-stop solution for B2B, B2C, as well as D2C for the industry experts, and we are full-blown solution. Let's take a use case of an HCP. It starts with digitalization with marketing automation, followed by full stack integration, along with e-ordering services with commerce services, along with analytics services, along with intelligence connected with blockchain as a backend. So complete solution
Complete
as a one-stop, end-to-end. It's not only one stop we do everything to the best core of what it is, which is capitalizing to the any kind of customers, like one-stop solution for entire needs.
Great initiative, Rajesh. So, talking about from an employee perspective, or somebody who is trying to enter the technical ecosystem, or probably the Salesforce ecosystem, I would like to call it. What do you think? Where should they start from? Because I meet a lot of freshers. They are really overwhelmed with a lot of tech stacks in the space, right? So what do you recommend? Is it just have a basic understanding of how the programming operates and then you can enter anything, or do you have a certain
Sanjeet, I can divide this into two subset of questions. One will be predominantly the people of right now, youngsters are very smart when I compare to us and you and now. So it is not like we don't want them to get bored from learn the syntax, go to the learn this YouTube channels, get bored. So for them, what I would really want to pick it up is we have to educate them and keep them how the technology is helping real mankind. See, particularly during this Salesforce, predominantly in that time, only Sales Cloud was there when we are in initial groundings. So where we are able to focus much heavily in terms of industry domain, how marketing and sales team has been working towards the globe in order to release the product or services, which is need space for everyone. So that kind of information, and it should be more training towards industry specific standards. So the people can be capitalized not only technology combined with the power of domain expertise is my recommendation for any young associate. Because this is an IT is a world of human mindset, and every associate I would particularly don't want to mention. Everybody is a pure subset of growing organization. So if they want to enrich this, have three things is there. I would like to pull it as an ABCD concept. Any concept, what they want to do is an absorption. Absorb yourself in terms of industry knowledge and functional knowledge of Sales Cloud or Service Cloud. And the second thing is have right believed people with who can able to guide you with the right training material and right industry standards with certification. The third thing is what I believe is right certification is called as C. So make sure that you go to the certification standard, starts with the ADM administrators to know about the product, then go to the knowledge of 401, 501 advanced level. Then the fourth thing is determined to make sure that you have some patience to learn according to the experience and expertise. Not today you jump and compare with your TL or your architect how he is getting only what pay scale. So that is not going to help you out.
Yeah.
Have the knowledge, have the experience and expertise. And most thing is always help others, because now the world of ecosystem is helping others, making sure the others grow. That is a good quality of a real team player. Because as an entrepreneur, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying that as you rightly mentioned, right? So I think with technical expertise, you also need some domain expertise as you grow, right? Because nobody's interested like if you can write a code or not, but they're also interested that okay, can you write a code for a healthcare client or not, right? So that is something we also look forward to.
No, we have to always look forward to give them a challenge rather than say how can we help an healthcare professional to perform better. How can you help a banking domain to identify the right customer for the new product launch? How can you ensure that you target your new product which is going to be there to omni-channel experience? So the use cases should be blended with the practicality.
Right.
How can I reach your WhatsApp to reach more message? What's happening internally regarding the social studio, how the engagement of particular tweet is going to be collaborated into different platforms, how it is maintaining the effectiveness, what is this trend of your post. So this kind of things will drive towards the passion, because youngsters are more result oriented rather than theoretical oriented. As we know, during our college days, theory we used to listen, acha, it's very good. But when you ask with practicality, people knows that. That's why I put this very terminology, very simple with A, B, C, D. Observe yourself of whatever you do to the complete everything, and correctly believe on the right people with to help you others to go on the right track. Have the right certificate and determine to have patience to go through all the cycle of software cycle, so that it makes effective right communication, right ability, and right passive patience will always boost you, Sanjeet. Yeah. This is not, I hate to give the things, what people get. I used to give tips for the youngsters, which will be helpful for them.
Right. No, exactly. I think domain expertise is also important. Right. It is not just about the technical knowledge, because ultimately you should know, right, what the client desires are. If you're not aware of the client desires, then you end up making something which is not of value.
Correct. What is the point in writing triggers without understanding what is going to do, right?
Yeah.
People just jump into that, yeah.
Yeah, and we come up with a lot of folks, right? They just like, okay, on this field change, this should happen, but they don't understand what the client asks is, right, and that can probably be attained by a formula field also, which need not require maybe a trigger. So, thanks for answering that. And yeah, sure, go ahead.
Go ahead, Sanjeet.
Yeah, so I was coming to my next question. That is probably on there. Everybody has ups and downs, right? Maybe in professional life, personal life. So, what is your strategy to deal with all this stress, new things coming up, and while running an organization, every day there are new challenges which come into play. So what is your lowest time at BICS and what is your highest point at BICS? So probably highest point I would say where you felt that I have killed it, and probably lowest point where you felt that what next should I do? So how do you manage that, and what were those moments like, if you don't mind exposing?
Yeah, Sanjit, basically when as a BICS Global, when we are able to facilitate the same technical expertise as much as a big companies, we feel confident that we are no longer inferior to anybody. So we provide the same mechanism where repeatedly we are getting our customers retainment, particularly with our USPs. For this, I have one mantra: eat what you can, Please omit what you can't. Say first thing no, which you can't. Say yes to thing which you can. So that is my mantra for everybody. Yeah, because the biggest problem is we have completed almost 450 projects with almost 99.9% of track, because if we are sure, confident, accept it. It's nothing wrong in telling no, we can't do it up, rather than taking yes, yes, yes mentality and then running behind doing impractical code. So for us, the important point which was in the mindset which my mentor told me in my life is always don't commit which you can't. Commit what you can. Even it's less, it's fine. There is nothing wrong in this. Don't go with today itself with a T20 final over match. Starts with first over, first understand the pitch and make sure that you do the preparation correctly with the team and the team members what you can. So that is one thing which I firmly follow. We call it as a planning and the discover phase in our organization. Where this first thing is we have a right people, right time. What is the overrides we have? And what is the contingency plan, what will go on if goes wrong. So what I felt was it was in par with what the technology companies are there, and we are able to that time we are I felt little bit of happy. My happiness always revolve around when I see my associates growing. See, I compare myself with all my associates who are joined in 10 years before this. Right now everybody has their own house, everybody has got the luxury. Because of this, I have been able to provide this platform for the people. I have not done anything, and I hate the things which is there, which the people always say with the CEO rectification. No, I talk only about team. Team is the only right team with right strategy. Of course, you are a driver of the bus. Naturally, you have to encounter everything. So today there will be a right customer, wrong customers, everything will be there. At the end of the day, it is a journey. The people with like mindset will start this journey, and everybody will start moving towards that. But my strong skill set is I have a very firm associate who believe that yes, we have a right leader to drive this organization. That is why we are able to sustain this and grow this. Whenever we feel low, all we need to do is one thing is called as meditation and practice any form of exercise, which has three things as a benefits for this. When you naturally sweat out yourself, ultimately we are able to produce much output, particularly in yoga as well as in fitness in terms of intense workout. Right. So when you exercise yourself, when you do the proper sweating, what will happen is mindfulness. See, you cannot avoid what is going to be happen to you around you, but what you can avoid is how you react to it. You can make a thing into a simple thing into a complex, and complex thing into simple by understanding. For this understanding, this form of exercise is very useful, particularly yoga combined with meditation is one of the art where you can facilitate the breathing to make sure that your body and mind focus, so that it is naturally everybody has to undergo the pain, cash flow redemption, payment reduction, payment terms. You have to take the debts. Everything is there. It is not going to be avoid, or it is going to be there as a part of life. How we are going to do is how well you are able to do. My only indicator in my organization is making sure my associates get paid on the paid day. So for me, that is my father taught. No matter whatever you are, even you get revenue, you get paid, you get profit, you get total loss, make sure your associates are get paid what you have committed. So that is my simple indicator which I follow. Every fifth, my people should get an SMS. Before this, it was in check time and everybody will get a mail. Now it's an SMS is my output indicator for which he called us. So my simple thing is, if you are very happy, don't take everything in your mind, feeling that you are the great of everything. If you are very stressed out, don't think everything in your heart that it is going to kill you out. Everything will pass on. It is the time, and you need the patience and perseverance, and combined with passion, that you will come up. It's okay. See, everybody for a sprint race that today you will be winner. Tomorrow you won't be. But don't feel that, okay, you should win every day. But first thing is you should make sure you started running, move with progressive steps, measure, and then plan yourself and goes towards your vision and goals. That's it, simple.
Right. So what is one low moment, right, if you mind explaining, like
Yeah,
anyone.
low moment is my first 2016 first output of my product of App Exchange went in total disaster. Everybody was worried. Even I didn't sleep for 2 days because we put all the effort, but it was not our problem. At the time, we are not known what are the security terms which we have to do it. And everybody was totally down. Everybody was crying in front of me. And the client got disaster and he got frustrated and he went away. Everybody thought everything is lost. I said, it's okay. Let's not give up on this month. Okay, we did our best. Maybe today is not our best day. Why should we not do? And people were, we went for cafeteria. At the time, we were only 20 members. I taken everybody out, including my office assistant, because he was having me continuous food. So I make them to sit and have some, listen to the music and make sure that they are mentally equipped. I said, see, it is like a opportunity everybody tried. Sometime opportunity will materialize. Like a fisherman, he goes for every day for getting fish. He may not give every day like a shark or anything to get it up, right? So we have to be always prepared, but we have to keep fishing.
Yeah.
So that is the mindset we should have. So all the youngsters for this is everybody will have to put their effort. The effort against the will and God thing is decided by our fate. It is not going only with luck, it is also with this time. So that was our low moment. And every project gone with unfair moment is also been taken with equal importance with the successful project. It is not only the person who did the project 200% profit is been given award. I give to the project who has failed and make sure that how we can help them up so that they don't give up. So see, for us, the associates mindset is very important, right?
No, for sure. And just a reference question here. So there are at times, customer gives a negative feedback, right? It happens, right? So probably with one of the managers, he just
Yes.
get on a call and say, this did not go right, blah blah blah. And on the other edge, it is like sometimes, if everything goes smooth, and probably even after a negative feedback within a week, he would say, no, everything was good and all that. So how does your customer feedback and impact yourself and your associates, firstly? And secondly, also any a pivotal move you have made basis the customer feedback and found that this was a productive feedback, or we should work towards this, and that would have helped you in your entire journey here?
Yeah, basically that's the first thing is we overcommitted ourselves for the sprint to be developed within 3 months, which was supposed to be 4.59 months. We produced a effect when we are able to compete with the multi-team mentality. We are not able to deliver what we have committed in the expected way. So there was some hard-coded things which we do usually. It was not mistakenly done. At the time, we thought we will manage it off. When it go with the code review, he came and blasted us saying this is not the way which we have thought and which you have been ordered. So that was the low moment which he was pivoted and he was going. That is what I said in the point one. Commit as what you can. Don't commit even it is going to be give you both things. Don't commit. So we made the very point in IT delivery services is make sure you have can able to commit on what you can deliver with maximum contingency. A, B, C option. That time we did not even thought about contingency. We went on everything will work out fine. But we had an associate health factor came, internet problem came, everything came, sustainability, virus impact came, everything came, which is stopping us to move towards that velocity. So the contingency is an important factor. A, B, C, D. What will happen? That A, what will not? If not, why? How we can able to mitigate that? Then we started this. That's what the customer point. So we are now making sure 100% any project without contingency we are not giving to any customer.
Oh,
so
great.
that so it makes customer happy that okay, if things goes well, it will be delivered. If not, what will be the options? So we have to give options. We have to commit ourselves. It is the time which is not going to come back for any customer rather than money. Money is more important, equivalent to time, but time is more important. So when
Right,
you
and
are
I
doing
think
certain things,
while giving the estimations, right, you can always point out that considerations are these are the probably considerations
correct.
which we're keeping in mind so that it does not blast back to you at the end of the project, because the team has like sleepless nights and deliver the product, and then when the client comes back, it is really disheartening for the entire organization.
Yeah,
Great.
that is true, because we have to always have these plans and backups, Sanjeet. Yeah.
So, and I think for any organization, as well as an employee or maybe a fresher or somebody who is like 2-3 years experience, how do you foster the culture of, probably continuous learning and improvement in the organization, cross learning capabilities, right? So, for example, somebody when you started might be working on a VB, right? So from a Visual Basic, transitioning him to the Python or maybe a Java. So how does that work? Is there any mechanism like that, or it is just self-learning?
No, we make sure that we educate them the productivity of cross-working platforms here, which we have a centralized excellent COE team in our org. We make sure that everybody is exposed to the advantages of different platforms if they want to pick in something. So we have not only Salesforce, like Java team can be encouraged to learn about Ruby team, which is similar to that. And Ruby team will be forced for Apex team to learn to them. We have a metrics for every quarter, what they learned apart from what they have been given for them. So that we expose them to three kinds of activities. One is purely related with the language oriented learning. Second thing is what we train them towards them is industry focused learning. And the third important point is collaboration mechanism learning, where even if I feel bored in IT, particularly in coding, we will be given chance in DevOps. Go to continuous integration, build Jenkins, Bitbucket, then integration with Ansible tool, Terraform, integrate with this kind of activities so that he enrich yourself, because repeatedly on the same domain, some said the people will get the mindset. And we have every month culture activities to promote our people, to drive them towards the passion, towards the goal, where we make them to learn, including myself, any sort of game and play in this part. We finished our sports day last week, Saturday. It's a Saturday only, where almost 98 members have been there for one full day. We sweated everything, so it was very good. It's kind of fun and nature, making sure that we, for men associates, we had cricket, female associates, we had shuttlecock for them. So making sure them they enjoy their time, having some team break, motivate themselves, teaming lunch. So this kind of activity will make them to open up. Hey, I learned this up, I learned this up. Why can't you do like this? So that this makes them the pathway for enrichment for learning instead of putting them on continuous learning. If you force anything for new generation, nothing will happen. What you have to do them is you have to give them a track and encourage them to participate is one of the biggest agenda for my human and the culture department. So here we have not HR department, I call it an associate culture department, who take care of promotion of human mankind in all the means. One of the classical exercises we did in Corona time, when they are being quarantined, we went voluntarily to the home supplying the raw materials for the sustainability without having any issues. So we went for them, we did everything to them, and then making sure we had an COVID dashboard active for every family. We went a way to help their family background. Not much activity related with them, just an emotional support, functional support.
Yeah.
For them, daily speaking itself is the biggest thing which my associates really felt happy. Like in a COVID room, we are able to connect with them for a daily. I deputed 3%, particularly for them. They have to give me the call log, how many times they have spent with the video call, so that my people does not left alone at any instance from the organization. See, I firmly believe a leader should more act on the crisis time rather than the normal time. Crisis time is what you will shown as a leader. We didn't even add single layoffs at the time. And for the 9 months, we sustained all the associates. We maintained them. We run over this. After this, it's a people mutual respect what they have gone for their personal decision, not with the organization decision.
No, I know. I think a couple of years ago, while this was happening, we also spoke about it, and you mentioned what all initiative you did, and you also arranged oxygen cylinders and everything. So a great initiative there. That is
No,
something
it is
I always look up to.
Yeah, it is something which we have to look like, Sanjit. At the end of the day, it's a family. What I call family is not our blood-born family, it is our organization family. Because at the end of the day, if that is healthy, everything will be healthier.
Right. So
Yeah.
Rajesh, talking about how do you keep yourself updated? Do you still read, or how do you, like, what is your daily routine like? Probably.
My routine life will be crazy. My routine life is yearly wakes. I used to wake up at 4:30 in every morning.
Mhm.
My routine starts with meditation, and then I will read 4:30 to 5:45 is my reading time.
Hmm.
And I strictly follow Pareto principles, where I ensure what I want to do is much productivity per day. First, write myself in my logs what I do, what's my plan, what's my meeting, go with my routines, start preparing for that, and instruct my voice emails to my assistants to ensure that they have been prepared, which will be delivered by only by 9:30 when they wake up, or apart from the family time, then to do this. I won't disturb anybody. For me, every day, if I didn't read 5 pages of any learning things, I will be mad. Missing my coffee is missing my biryani is also fine for me, but I have to read. I have to learn. The only way which we can match with every people is learning. Keep yourself learning things, making sure that everybody is learned with the proper yardsticks. I am very founder of Stephen Covey and Brain Tracy, and Zen books is my thing. Whenever I travel, I used to take my books in my pad, and that's my time pass. Instead of making sure that going with internet and fun is not going to end anywhere, what I can do is I can keep learning myself.
So you kind of read every morning something or the other, or is it just tech, or maybe some business
No,
news
no,
or something?
I divided into three functions basically. One is for my professional life, one is for my personal life, one is for my social life. Because at the end of the day, and then we have four wheels in our car, everything, as you know it. One is professional, personal, family, and social. So we need to give equally important for all these four wheels. Everybody's demands your energy. Neither or nor, it means this. If you are not able to balance it off, you will be become irritable. So the only way if you are not being irritable is knowing what is going to be there. For this, you have to keep yourself updated. So for me, for my professional thing, I always look at McKinsey business consulting, and I formally read Forbes, and then go with global financial market reviews, Ernesting and Deloitte things, whatever there is happening in the world. For tech, I follow all the forums, particularly. For my personal
TechCrunch.
is, yeah, TechCrunch, Tech Geek, everything comes in the
Yeah.
path. And for my personal thing, I go with my motivation books, particularly. I'm a humble founder of Gaur Gopal Das, where my vision is to ensure that whatever the thoughts for his life is being followed, and we follow this in practicality. And then social things, I read a lot about for my daughter. I have to update it with her what's happening on the social thing, and my son. And my wife always started complaining, you always be in the office. Okay, fine. I have to give this some social thing for them to take care of them during the weekends activity. So mostly revolves around four components.
Great. So, what are your thoughts on work-life balance? Do you follow this principle of work-life balance, or it is just
No, no, no,
work
no.
sometimes, sometimes
No,
family?
no. I firmly follow work-life balance. So family time is strictly been adhered, because I will have to give my time to my sons, to my childrens and my family. I
Hmm.
have my mother who is always wants to speak with me, and I have always been loved by my wife, who needs my companionship at the end of the day. See, if you are not happy internally, you cannot be happy externally, brother.
Right.
So my first responsibility comes in my family. So my son will fight with me. I love him taking bath and getting ready, dress with him is the only time I interact with him. He shares with me all the fun stories. For them, I have to listen. For everybody, I will give my ear to them. Listen. I will not tell anything. My mother used to talk all the stories. You keep listening. Don't react. Just follow the simple mantra. Just listen. That's the only thing which we can give to my mother. Because of him, I am here. And my brothers and my mentor, my guide, my bigger brother always used to speak with me weekly, 1 hour with me. We touch about every aspects, and we do them. Of course, friends comes on the second part. So work-life balance is plan your activities. If there is any priorities, I pre-work or post-work to ensure that the customer expectation is not there. If I am not there, I ensure my second in charge is there to taking care of customers so that there is no disruption on my productivity line.
Great. Thanks, Rajesh. Thanks for taking out time and joining us, sharing your insights on personal business, all the aspects here. It was great having you on the podcast. And any last tip you would like to give to somebody who is watching this and is also inspired and is kind of at a low phase or still exploring what to do, what not to do? What are your last words here?
I would encourage everyone to be the part of their goals. Have a goal. Make sure that you have simple steps towards the goal and you track against that. And it's nothing wrong in revising it every time. It's not that going to be every day you are going to be the winner. First, let us start this ride in any aspect of your life. It may not be a software field. Take it from everything. We need to take it from there. Be firm, affirmative on your position of what is there and never compare others. I hate that word of comparing others because every child is having unique outputs.
Right.
So please don't give up on any sort of things. Keep trying, keep moving, keep progressing. And if you feel something is not right, always change it off. So you are the king of yourself. Don't lose your self-confidence and your hope. That is the only thing we is going to drive towards your destiny. Everybody is equally important. Everybody can able to achieve. Only thing is you need to have passion and you need to have the perseverance to go through ups and downs, and we need to have really patience to reach the goal. And don't think that once you reach the goal you have done. No, you are to always keep learning, keep progressing, keep learning, and keep focused. Is my simple tip for everyone.
And everybody can grow.
Set new goals, keep progress. If I read 10 pages today, try for 11. If you did 100 meters, try for 150 meters, 200 meters at the most. And always be simple and humble. That is one thing in our life that is going to help you at the end of the day. We are sons of humanity. Humanity and nature is the topmost of everything. Yeah.
No, for sure, Rajesh. And I think pushing your limits is something that we should definitely do. So I'll give you a recent incident. What happened is from last couple of years, I had, given up on my health. I was not eating healthy. I was not working out. Nothing. I was like not even focusing 1% on my body, and my weight started to increase. Right. I had started having some issues with my functions. So a couple of months ago, when I came back from Ahmedabad, right, for that India Dream in, post that, next day, I went to the gym. I joined the gym. I created a diet plan, what I need to have, what my macros and micro should be, and I am strictly following it from 2 months. It is not like over the weekends I do cheat, right? It is not that I don't cheat. It's like yesterday there was a one of my friend's birthday party, so I had to be there. I ate some bit, but I'm kind of balancing that. I'm trying to hit the gym at least 4 to 5 times a week. Right. And every week I'm trying to increase my power. So for example, I run for 2 kilometers every day. Probably on a weekend, I try and move it to 2.5, right? Because I am in a much lighter mood and I'm also not that tired and exhausted. So I tend to increase my limits, and with work also, right? We tend to increase our limits each day, every day. So that is a great thought.
No, it is very good, Sanjeet. I encourage you to do it and continue this up. And once again, very thanks for your things. And it is good and very nice to speak with you. Always eager to speak with you. And if our discussion can help anybody in their life, it would be really humbleness for us to make sure that to promote themselves. As always there, everybody can achieve everything. Only one thing is they have to keep focused. That's what.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rajesh. Thanks for your time. And
cheers, man. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.